you're going to acquire them at what they're worth today, not at what they will be post-closing combined and integrated, which is anybody's guess that that'll even be successful because 80% plus of those deals do not realize the anticipated synergies and benefits.
Basically they're actually in the process. This is in Toronto. They're a coffee roaster. They do about 3 million, about 250 profit. They're looking to buy a coffee shop who has 9 locations. The combined company would be like 8 million, 1 million, little less than 1 million in profit.
Okay.
Right. But what they're asking of is, hey, we're trying to, they'll use the term raise, but they're trying to raise, basically what they said, about 4 million in order to allow for the acquisition and equity. And my thought to that was like, well, no, the combinedness of you two is actually less than 4 million at 800 in profit, if for a roaster and 9 shops. And so I'm trying to think through like my offer to. So here's the question. Again, it's a gut check.
Yeah.
My thought was to try to do a CFE is like, hey, if I can help you buy this other company and just take a piece of it as its total, that would get me into the coffee roaster. And I really don't like owning cafes, to be frank. I'm not in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
I do like manufacturing, which I like coffee roasting manufacturing.
I do
I've
too. I like it a lot.
Shouldn't the evaluation be on what the company's going to look like on the other side, not what you're trying to, raise to buy and grow?
Say that a different way.
So if I look at an evaluation of a company, my thought process is I'm looking at these 2 separate companies. If I threw all their assets together, let's set aside the cost of integration, operation, what have you. I would be looking at like, all right, the profit and the revenue and profit of one and the revenue and profit of the other. If I combine those together and have one top line revenue, one, call it net profit for the time being,
Right.
that's what the multiple would be off.
For future, but not in the acquisition, because you're going to acquire them at what they're worth today, not at what they will be post-closing combined and integrated, which is anybody's guess that that'll even be successful because 80% plus of those deals do not realize the anticipated synergies and benefits. So for you as a buyer, absolutely, you're only paying on the current. For you as an investment banker or consultant trying to sell people on it, then you're selling them on the future. Does that make sense?
I guess here's what I'm trying to put together. They're not looking to sell 100% of their roasting company, right? They're looking to purchase this other one. In my head, I'm like, well, no, I'm going to want a piece of the company on the other side.
Yeah, for sure. But
Right.
you would want ideally, so if you can get a piece of the roaster, and then wherever you guys go, you are in for your pro rata percentage. Or if they want you to help with the acquisition and they're not giving you a piece of the roaster, then you're going to want whatever you would normally want as a part of the acquisition, which would be the acquired company. And then you can back into, if that basically gets merged as opposed to continue to remain separately. But probably it would make sense from an accounting and liability standpoint to keep 2 separate companies, even though they're consolidating into a holdco, right? So I think it's easy for you either way that you want to do it, but better for you to try to get part of the roaster pre-acquisition if you can.